Continuing phase 1 of crisis counseling in assessing and intervening the crisis as a counselor. So here in this section, it's just going to be understanding what are the different key risk factors for different areas such as suicide, homicide, areas for domestic violence. Is it even going on? And when you discover that, what are the factors in domestic violence? So some of the assessment tools are going to be the Mosaic tool to understand how specific situations may change over time and to compare them to other situations and to see if they are normal or if they are, in fact, abuse. The danger assessment assesses how likely it is for a person to be in domestic violence or to be experiencing it. The ACE quiz, or the Adverse Childhood Experience Assessment or quiz, talks about if you had an adverse childhood. The Ontario Domestic Abuse Assessment determines if a male is going to be the perpetrator in domestic abuse. So the risk factor for suicide is going to be more so with men after they have killed their victim in domestic violence, and that is about 70% of attempt suicide after killing an intimate partner. For the female population who are victims of domestic violence, they have 8 times the risk of suicide compared to the general population. About 1 in 12 pregnant women experiencing domestic violence do attempt suicide, and about 50% of those who attempt in domestic violent relationships do complete suicide. Key risk factors for homicide. So this is going to be victim to perpetrator and perpetrator to victim. The risk factors for killing the perpetrator is if there are no options, there is no legal help, there is nothing happening to the perpetrator, and they feel like they have to take into their own hands. So risk factors for the victim being killed in the intimate partner relationship. For pregnant people, the number 1 cause of death is murder and intimate partner violence. The danger assessment that I mentioned earlier assesses the risk for women being killed in domestic violence, which can be used in court and saying, defending the victim that they are in fact in as much danger as they are to be killed. 75% of women who leave domestic violent relationships are killed. So they are killed 75% of the time when they leave the relationship.